If you would have told me 2 years ago that I was going to open up a restaurant in New York, I would have called you absolutely insane.
Felipe loves to cook and I love to write. This project all started with the idea that for an entire year, we would invite people over to the house every Thursday. Felipe will cook and I will write about it on my blog.
So we realized that we had run out of friends to invite, and we had to invite strangers every Thursday to our house. We went on Twitter, and we found out the marvels of Twitter and how many people are there, the foodie network, the people that just really want to explore New York's food community. People just started talking to us and reading our blog, and we started inviting them.
Hearing about like a pop-up dinner party was kind of, at first I thought it was kind of strange, but I was really intrigued because it was completely new and different, and then I ended up reaching out to them, and both of them were just so nice and warm and kind of quelled any like fears I had about what going to somebody's apartment and just like having dinner with strangers.
It was very, very easy. There's no price, there's nothing. They basically cooked, and traditionally the guests brought wine. That was it.
What is in my head? What were they gonna prepare, let's say? What was their innovation in the food they prepared?
It's more than just the food, it was about the atmosphere that they created.
So a couple of months went by and we were gaining a lot of momentum. People were writing us emails that they wanted to join the dinner. Blogs were picking up on what we were doing, and it felt like, we were up to something good and something big.
So we get a knock on the door, and literally somebody from the Department of Health was here to serve us with a letter telling us that we could no longer serve dinners to the general public, and the dinners at our house had to cease immediately.
Well, they threw on their saddles and rode toward the open road.
And we were in absolute shock. We had no idea what to do from now, and I mean, this was where we started. This is what we wanted to continue doing.
So we decided that if they weren't gonna let us do dinners at our house, we would just do it somewhere else, and that's exactly what we did.
So 1 week later, I decided to leave advertising for good and make food my full-time job. And what we did was we rented a commercial kitchen and did these parties for 50 to 60 people. First dish, it's hibiscus flour, queso fresco, and beet spring roll in a wine and fig sauce. The truth is that the flavors that I grew up with my entire life were flavors that came from very many different countries. I've lived through Brazil, I lived in Mexico, I was born in Spain, lived in the United States all over. For me, it's not about being region specific as far as food is concerned. It's being able to bring all these flavors from all these different countries together. What I've always found is the best in food is to use the freshest ingredients that you have available to you. If it's going down to the farmer's market and understanding from the farmers what is literally coming straight out of their harvest into the market, you really get a sense of what flavors you can begin to bring out.
She wrote about what they call in Latin culture the sobremesa. And it is this magic hour at night when you're at a dinner party and you might know people very well, you might not, but you're sharing a meal with them and you're sharing stories with them and you've shared a certain bit of wine with them so the stories get better. And there's this moment where people just open up, the guard's down and they tell the truth and they tell their story, and it's a moment that never happens for whatever reason in any other situation.
I loved it. It was amazing.
It was incredible. Amazing.
Delicious.
I really enjoyed the scallops.
And I brought her here the second date. when we met in August. No, first date. The second time.
Like a lot of people talk about just doing it, right? Like just go out and do it. Like if you love writing, just go out and write. If you love, and I think just doing something isn't the hard part. I think the hard part is to keep doing it.
I promise to interrupt you one more time, and this is the last time I'll do it. Again, thank you all very much for coming. But we wanted to definitely announce a very, very special project for me, for Tamy. A passion project more than anything is taking what we're doing right now with Worth Kitchen, and we're going to bring it into a restaurant format. And we're going to open up this place. It's called Comodo, which is comfortable in Spanish. And we're really hoping to make it a phenomenal place. It's going to be a small, quaint little place that you feel as if you're coming to your own house and being able to sit and drink for hours on end and eat all the food that you want. And hopefully everything is fantastic. To open up a restaurant, you need front of house general manager, you need back of the house chef, executive chef, you need a pastry chef, you need all your waiters, you need a host, you need an architect, you need a designer, you need, what else do you need? These keys were difficult to come upon, as long as I say. This is Comodo 3 weeks before opening, and I have my friend here, Neil, helping us out and making it happen. Concrete's gonna hold, it's gonna be able to be still, and it's gonna not crack.